Shalom, giving all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachahakorash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations, as always, to the elect. And in the news, as you can see here, Burning Man's notorious orgy dome completely obliterated by biblical dust storm. All right, as the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, were eating, drinking, and being married, given into marriage, which is ultimately speaks to just, sex. And we know the sex acts that were going on in ancient Sodom and Gomorrah were completely decrepit, wicked, immoral. Well, we're having the same thing happening here. Okay, when you look at this, ritual that takes place annually. Last year it was flooded out. Okay, this year it was swept by a dust storm. Okay, Nevada's Burning Man Festival, which the Burning Man Festival is high-level idolatry, wickedness. All right, deals with sorcery and left-hand magic. It has origins. All right. You can look that up and go into it. Someone can put it on the comment board if you find something. I remember going into it the last time we did a video on it last year when they had that flood. But I just wanted to go into this real quick because this is, symbolizing the Lord is fed up with wickedness, man. Okay, here it is. You have all of these decrepit Edomites, and you got certain Jakes there, but this is mainly Edomites meeting up to do all kind of foul acts. As you can see them here, covered in mud, clay, and just being the freaks that they are. Okay, Nevada's Burning Man Festival suffered a cataclysmic blow on Monday when a furious dust storm tore through the grounds, obliterating the orgy dome in a sense, all right, reminiscent of divine wrath. All right, on the Orgy Dome's official Instagram page, Burning Man shared, our build team worked so hard this past week to erect our lovely space. Unfortunately, the winds yesterday undid all that labor and wrecked our structure. We are still here, thankfully safe. We hope to gift, all right, the playa some workshops, and we'll keep you updated. As a matter of fact, I believe I had it up here. Through. And we know orgies were a big part of, the Greco-Roman Empire. And orgies are actually tied to gods. All right, there's idols tied to these idols. Okay? Got obliterated. Good for them. Now, other Burning Man events include virgin sacrifice parties, which organizers advertise as virgin sacrifice ceremonies every 30 minutes, lost treasure cocktails at the bar, DJ pumping jungle vibes. All right, the festival also featured a daily event known as Morning Has Come, So Can You, Circle Jerk. And circle jerks go back to Egypt. All right, this is literally Sodom and Egypt. As a matter of fact, let me show you. All right, you can go into the history. All right, I don't have a lot of time, but why the ancient Egyptians maybe masturbated into the Nile River. Why did the pharaohs masturbate into the Nile River? All right, Egyptian pharaohs would publicly masturbate into the Nile as a religious ceremony because they worshiped the river. Okay? Pharaohs had the grossest ritual to keeping the Nile running, so they would gather together and basically in what today is called a circle jerk, which these Edomites, that's what they do. This is literally Sodom and Egypt, man. Okay? The festival also features daily events known as Morning Has Come, So Can You, circle jerk, where all of these Edomites get together and jerk off together. All right? And remember, masturbating was big in ancient Egypt. All right? And here we are in Egypt again, where men can gather in the nude and stroke your morning wood. All right? Again, we're in Egypt all over again. That's why the scriptures say spiritual Sodom and Egypt. And for the ladies, there's there are bubbly body ashes and happy ending massages available every day. People immediately share their thoughts on the destruction of the orgy dome, with many people suggesting that the destructive weather targeting the site was a form of divine intervention. One commented, "That's Jesus Christ saving people from STDs." "The wind is doing the Lord's work," another shared, with one more adding, "Jesus said, 'Not today, you heathens.'" All right. Others were more supportive, as one local commented saying, "Y'all, sending y'all so much love, yada, yada, yada." Okay, the festival's orgy dome describes themselves as a sex-positive community on a mission to educate the world about consent and the importance of its practice beyond intimate space. All right. So pretty much the Lord sent a sandstorm on this wicked event. Okay. And again, last year was flooded out. Okay. Let's get the scriptures. Okay. Let's get the scriptures real quick. As a matter of fact, let's just get Luke, the 17th chapter. You don't want to spend too much time on it. This is Luke 17. Let's see here. Luke 17 and 26. "And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the day of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given into marriage." All right. And the scriptures, it was wickedness going on, man. "Until the day Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted." Right? The days of Lot, that's associated with Sodom and Gomorrah. "But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all." And the Lord is going to deliver us out of this modern day, all right, Sodom and Egypt, in wise fashion, man. "Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed." So when Yahushua comes back, he's returning to a Sodom-like environment. All right. And remember, the cry of Sodom had got so bad. Let's get that real quick. And these are events you hear about. Just think that what goes on that's in secret. Genesis 18 and 20. "And the Lord said, because of the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see what they have done altogether according to the cry of it." And your cry is what you're boasting in, what you're clamoring in. Okay. Okay. And as you can see, yeah, it was in 2023. I don't know what happened in 2024, but in 2023, the Burning Man Festival was disrupted by heavy monsoon rains that caused significant flooding. Okay. Well, this year, okay, you have the sandstorm, showing you the Lord is getting ready to judge you people. It's just a foreshadowing of what's to come. Okay. All right. So I asked here, can the Burning Man ritual be tied to any ancient customs? Okay. And it started, I believe, in San Francisco in 1986, I believe. All right. Across cultures, it marked a threshold of new of old to new, death to rebirth, chaos to order. Burning Man seems to be a modern remix of these themes. Ancient parallels, Celtic, all right, Beltane and Samhain fires. Bonfires were centralized sometimes, all right, with effigies symbolizing the burning away of misfortune and the innovating of blessing. Roman Saturnalia, all right, though more about role reversal and excess. Effigies and temporary lords of misrule were sometimes destroyed afterward. Ritualized chaos before restoration, and that's the world we live in. Okay, this is ultimately the world we live in, man. Okay, so again, this is that spiritual Sodom and Egypt, but I just thought it was interesting. In 2023, it was a flood. Okay, and here it is in this year. All right, it's obliterated by dust, showing you that the Lord is getting ready to deal with this wicked place, man. Okay, he's not happy, man. Scriptures say he's going to be a a swift witness. Malachi 3:5, and I will come near unto you in judgment. I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers and against the adulterers, against the false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling and his wages, and the widow and the fatherless that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, said the Lord of hosts. And that's pretty much the rulers of this whole system. And as scriptures let you know, as is the ruler, so is the people. Okay? So these people are a bunch of witches, warlocks, Satanists, freaks. All right, and here it is. You got president swearing in on the Bible, which Trump then put his hand on it this year. Okay, we all know. And pretty much that whole inauguration was a big Roman ritual. It always has been, but this year they went even further. So you remember the Olympics was all freaked out. So we're living in some very, very interesting times where the Lord is getting ready to make some moves, man. You know, Lord willing, we'll be back with more. Shalom.